This is episode 25 of the Bernie and Marley podcast. We are going to be talking about double standards and how men often have this mask on, which is the mask of masculinity. Almost every man has a story in which he learned through pain, humiliation, or even force how he does not measure up. When that happens to him, masks become more than hiding places. They become armor. That's a quote from Lewis House. And I'm gonna give you guys an example of what this quote means to me. So picture this. It's like a man being a stay-home dad. You see, that doesn't sound right. What sounds right is a stay-home wife. So his wife brings home all the money, and family members, friends, they're saying their comments like, that's the man's job. Why is she going through all that stress? Why is she going through all that hard work when you're the one that's supposed to be doing that? So that's putting his manhood in question, as if he's less than a man because of the role he has taken on. So he puts his mask on, his armor. You know, I don't ever think I ever came close to even saying, I wish I was a girl.
Really?
But I heard girls say, I wish I was a guy. Like, life would be easier if I was a guy.
I've thought that. I used to think that when I was younger. I don't think that now as an adult. But like when I was like in elementary school and I was young, and I just thought that like, dang, guys have it so much easier than girls that I've had those thoughts like, damn, like my life would be easier if I was a guy.
Well, I heard girls say like, man, between the age of 18 and not even 18. Hold on. I'm trying to think of the girls that I heard say that.
Well, when I said this, it was because of things like, oh, guys can go to the beach and swim without having to wear like a full bathing suit, be covered up. You know, you can go with just your shorts. And I'm like, you know, they seem like guys were always so more comfy. They can, when I have to go to the bathroom, I have to hurry up and find some place to go. Whereas a guy, when I'm young, like they could just go. And I'd be like, dang. Okay. It just must be so easy.
Those are little parts, like,
I know,
on.
Hello.
But I heard the
that's why I thought that in elementary school.
Okay, you see, those are very little minor reasons to be a guy.
Well, yeah, they're juvenile because at the time of thinking it, I was juveniles, you know, I was young.
So I heard it many times from different girls, like, they wish they were guys.
What did they say? Like, for like why? Well, how old were they, first of all?
I think we were like 23, 24.
Okay, so you guys are like young adults.
Yeah.
Okay, well, what were their reasons?
They said life would be easier. They'll get further in life. And, you know, at the time I didn't really understand it. I'm like, why are you saying that?
Further in life is probably more career-wise because men tend to get paid more than women.
And then they think psychologically, mentally, they'll be more stronger. And they feel like they're weak-minded in the mind.
I don't think they feel like it. It's just that that's how men see them in the workplace. Maybe men are not...
I don't think women are weak-minded. Heck no.
But that's not all males, though. Some people think like when women speak up in the workplace, like in the workplace, that they're aggressive. I hate to say this word, but, you know, oh, she's a bitch. You know, that's what men label women who are a bit more, one, I think, knowledgeable. Two, they actually say what they think. Oh, and it's factual. It's not that women are trying to put you in your place. It's just that it's factual. But hearing it come from a woman, men take it a certain way. And so that's why they get labeled. And that's probably why they said they would go further, because men are more likely to be promoted over women. You know, things like that in the career field.
Wow. Okay.
Well, I know you don't know what to say because you don't experience that, or you can't tell or even know or realize, you know, because you don't.
But more women are being more entrepreneurial these days.
Well, yeah,
they're being leaders now.
Yeah, and that's with a lot of other, mostly women, you know, because there are male supporters for women's rights and things like that, but that's because of all the movement that's, you know, for women to either go into different career fields that maybe were predominantly men, or the fact that, like, let's say, like just things that weren't fair for women, and now with those other more powerful, influential people using their platforms, now people are like, okay, they're finally getting the messages, you know, women can They're coming out of the Stone Ages. Women can do this.
Oh yeah, I see them. They're stepping up now.
That's what I'm trying to say. I'm like, blah, 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 blah.
On Instagram, every time I scroll through Instagram, I see that there's more women empowerment. Which I have nothing against, but I know people that they're against it. They're like, why? What the heck? Remember that movie Captain Marvel?
Yeah.
They were bashing it because they said
it was a feminist movie, and when I saw it, I was like, this has nothing to do with pushing feminist agendas or whatever, or feminism
first,
on people.
What is a feminist to? What's a feminist? There's people listening to this episode that don't know what a feminist is.
Well, I guess to me, a feminist is just somebody who believes that women should have equality, to men. Women shouldn't be put in a level below men because we're more equals. And I think what a lot of people think feminism is those hardcore ladies, like those men haters, those men bashers,
That's all I see on Instagram. Feminist kills man or something.
But that's what people think that they're trying to do, and it's like, I'm just trying to get paid the same as you.
Go on YouTube and type in hardcore feminist, and it's like women pumping other girls up, like, come on, don't let your man tell you this. You step up, you tell him this and that, you take over. And
there are some women who are a bit more, and hardcore.
He says, hey, you F him up, all right? And and I'm like, no, this is a video I saw on YouTube. I was like,
really?
Okay, this will cause friction in the relationship.
Maybe that female is very angry, and she's like, yeah, all other women be angry at men because I'm angry too.
Yeah, I think it's women that have they've been done wrong by other guys.
And then now they're bitter?
Yeah. You see that a lot.
I mean, yeah, it's possible. Usually the ones that are more hardcore like that, they're like,
I don't need a man. I don't need a man to take care of me. But at the end of the day, we don't want to be alone. Nobody wants to be alone. Yeah,
but the thing about what's going on now is that now more people are okay with being alone because they would...
No. Let me tell you something about that.
They're waiting for the right person, They're doing them. They're focusing on them rather than worrying about being in a relationship.
But deep down inside, they know they're alone. They want somebody.
Oh, I'm not saying they don't feel those things. But I'm just saying that maybe they got to a certain point where they would rather be that way than be in a bad situation or situation that makes them feel, degraded or doesn't make them feel good. And you don't want to be with somebody who's going to make you feel worse about yourself or worse about life, right? So why be there? And I think that's what a lot of people are doing now. I don't want to be in a relationship.
I think everybody's just talking, too much talking. But deep down inside, they're hurting.
Well, it's just like what you said. No one wants to be alone. I don't completely agree with you. Nobody wants to be alone.
Okay, when I had a girlfriend, my friends didn't have a girlfriend, right?
The single guy, right?
The single guy. He always be bashing me. Oh man, you should be single. It's better.
But he wants a girlfriend so bad.
Yeah, he wants a girlfriend so bad, dude.
He's so hating.
Like, oh man, dude.
I know. A lot of times the single friends do want a relationship, even though they like being single, but at the same time, they want somebody too.
Yeah, it's I would call it for a guy. I would say it's a masculine thing to say. Like, I don't need a girl. Even a girl can put on the mask of masculinity.
It's a girl feeling like they have to appear or tougher, right? Is that what you mean?
Yeah, tougher up. Don't show your emotion. Even girls do it. Guys do it almost all day, every day. They don't even know they're doing it sometimes. Like, for example, let me give you an example. I'm pretty sure you have done this or one of your friends have done this. He tells you, oh, I don't care. If she leaves me, I don't care, dude. Forget her. I'll find somebody else. You see right there, that's putting on the mask of masculinity. You're trying to show that you're tough. But then that girl leaves you, then you're all freaking crying. But you don't cry in front of your guy friend. You cry to your girlfriend, begging her back. And then when you talk back to your friend, when you go back to your friend, like when you talk about it, hey, what's going on? Like, you guys broke up, what's going on? And it's like, oh, nothing, man. No, don't worry about it. It's like, it's not even saying don't worry about it. It's saying that like it's okay, I'm doing fine without her.
Is that what it means? That's like the underlining of what it means when guys say that?
Well, yeah.
So you're saying that even though they don't care, they still care even a little bit. They just don't say.
Yeah, like for me, I had my ex-girlfriend. She broke up with me. And yeah, when I not talk to my friends about it, I'll be all tough about it. Like, nah, screw her, dude. I don't need her. And dude, I was begging her back.
Oh, and
but they didn't know that because they would look weak. To me, I would look weak to them. Like, oh, Bernie's being weak, you know.
Do you think that
I don't want to curse too much on this. But Bernie's being weak. Like, Bernie, stop being a girl. Just get over it.
Do you think that has to go like with guys? Like they aren't allowed to show their emotions, or else they are considered weak. They're like, oh, you're being, in other words, you know, a pussy willow.
Yeah. Okay. Look. So when girls say, "I wish I was a guy," or "I would like," life would be easier if I was a guy, right? Mm-hmm. So are you ready? If you want that, are you ready to hide your emotions, hide the fact that you're hurting inside, can't speak to anybody about it? That's why guys freaking snap so hard. They have so much emotion they're holding inside. They don't want to talk to their friends about it.
Well, I guess I don't have those same feelings. Well, you know what? I do. Me, personally, I don't like to let everybody know what's going on. I don't like to let them see my emotions. Like, one of the things that I hate most is, like, that would happen to me would be, like, to cry in front of somebody, you know? But that's me. I know not everyone, like a lot of people are that way, either guys or girls. But I just think as far as, I know this is a side note, but as far as guys not being able to show their emotions, that's really has to do with the fact that society has placed on men that they can't express themselves. And that's why they don't know how to cope with certain situations, or it's harder to because you're not as free to go talk with your homie. Like, well, yeah, I know, like, okay. When I have a problem, like, if I usually talk to my sister or talk to my friend, right? And I'll tell them because they're my close friends and I don't feel that way. So
you let all your emotions out, see? You have someone to cry to. See, a guy...
Yeah, I do.
Imagine, like, me crying to my other friend. Imagine me crying to my other friend. Doesn't that look weird?
It doesn't look weird, but what I think it does for, like, let's say if somebody were to see that, like a stranger.
Yeah.
I don't think they think... Okay, let me rephrase that. I don't think that they would think, oh, look at that guy, he's weak. I think that when men cry and in public, people are like, oh, what's wrong with him? Something seriously must be going on if he's crying. That's how I think people see if a man cries, it's like, oh my God, he must be going through something so bad if he's out here crying. So people feel sorry for men when they see them cry. Like in relationships, when a guy cries about his relationship, people feel more pity for him than they would the girl, because girls are quote unquote emotional creatures. So it's like,
they see emotional creatures because you guys express yourselves. But if guys were to express themselves like the way girls do, then we would also be considered emotional creatures.
If it happened more often, yeah, then it wouldn't really be any difference of the genders, because then both genders do that. It's just, and it would be more accepted. But society and all that, what you said, being a masculine society, or I wouldn't say patriarchal.
Is that a word?
Well, yeah, because matriarch, is when a female runs family.
All right, we just hyped up the volume on this. It was kind of sounded pretty low. I'm sorry about that. All right, you were saying patriarch. What'd you say? Patriarchic?
Patriarch, like, or patriarchal. I don't know. I was trying to make a reference on how, like, it's a society or a culture that's kind of like influenced more from a male's perspective. Whereas, like, let's say a matriarch. Everybody, like, think of elephants. A matriarch runs, the herd. So it's a female. So patriarch is the
Why does the
opposite.
Female lead the herd?
Because the males are usually full of testosterone. They get kicked out and they go do their own male things in their bachelor groups.
I think that's why they say women are better leaders than men, because men are full of testosterone. They're like, they make impulsive decisions.
A lot of people would disagree. They think men want a leader. That's why we haven't had a female president.
Well,
because men don't really think women can run that, because we are quote unquote emotional creatures.
Okay, but like in business, there's tend to be more. They say it's easier to work with a girl. It's easier to make business decisions with women.
But why?
Because they seem more honest than guys. Guys, we lie a lot, dude. Women can. It's easier to work with a woman. It's more calm. The conversation. It seems less aggressive.
That's because we have to speak to men that way. Otherwise, we are labeled a bitch and aggressive and confrontational.
Damn. Okay.
But that's a reality. Women we have to watch our tones and how we speak and choose the right words, because a lot of men can't handle hearing that from a woman. And when a man has more power, he for sure doesn't want to hear that coming from a female. Even coming from a male, but even more so from a female.
So I'm thinking, wait a minute. I think we're going off topic here.
We did a little bit, huh? We went on a whole feminism thing. We were talking about Captain Marvel. Well, it kind of was. It was like the platform we started or whatever. I don't even know the right word. Anyways.
But it's just, there's girls out there saying they would like to be guys. It's easier. And like I said, if you want to be a guy, you got to be ready to not show your emotions. And then that causes, it builds up inside of you.
So all of these things that girls think, guys don't have to do. So then tell me, what does a guy really go through? Well, besides the emotion things, because we just talked about it. So what else?
Well, we have this thing, the mask of masculinity. I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys heard about it. It's pretty much a mask you put on to not show your weak side. Like, the emotions you show around your girlfriend, or your girlfriends, we can't show that around guys. Because then we'll be labeled like, oh, so-and-so is weak. You just told me this.
Do you think before, like, talking about your masculinity in that sense, do you think that if you were to appear more feminine, you would be perceived as homosexual?
I think guys would look at, if you express yourself like that, guys would think you are gay, you know?
That's
like, hey, why is Bernie talking about that? Or why is Mike talking about that?
That's so dumb, though, like, for guys to think that, because you guys are human. You guys feel and express.
It's not that we're gay. It's like, oh, man, like, why is he talking like that?
Because growing up, like, I remember in high school, like, especially back then, it wasn't nowhere near the way it was, like, open as it was, you know? I remember I had a few, gay friends in high school, and they were bullied and picked on. One even changed schools, because back then it's not normal the way it is now. Everything being more open. People were hushed. You kept quiet. You don't say that, and if you did, there's possibility to get messed up. Dude,
there was a story around our school. They were spreading rumors that this girl was lesbian. Everybody knew about it. And it got so bad that she had to move schools. She literally did not want to come back. I'm like, damn.
Why did they start those rumors about her? I mean,
I don't know what happened.
You just know that there was a rumor.
There was rumors, and then not even, man, like 8 years later, I find out one of her close friends told me the story, and I'm like, damn, she moved because of that. Well, I can understand, that sucks, dude.
Well, yeah, being bullied and harassed.
Like, everybody knowing supposedly you're lesbian.
Yeah, it's not even.
It was a rumor, and she wasn't lesbian. Yeah, and it probably came from a girl, most likely. Because
maybe it came from a guy. Maybe she was like rejected him, because men do not take rejection well from women, and maybe he said that about her and ruined her life.
Okay, you want to say that about men? Maybe it was a girl, because girls are pretty darn bad at making rumors.
Well, I mean, yeah, you're right. Maybe she effed him over so hard, and that at that time, to get her back, that's what he did. But look what happened. He messed up her life, changed schools, got to do this, change that, and then now everybody remembers that.
You know what sucks? Me being a father that I am now I'm thinking, okay, what if someone did that to my kid? That would piss me off, dude, because now I got to move my son's schools. then I gotta drive him somewhere else.
Wait, the daughter or the son? Or you feel bad for her?
Or both. What is it? Son and daughter? Hell yeah.
I was like, wait a minute. So who do you feel bad for? The male? Because you see how you just went there.
No, I'm saying from her dad's point of view. Like, it probably pissed him off completely because he had to move her schools.
Yeah, I know.
And
but
then
you
did this to my daughter.
Son,
so
like, oh.
I'm putting my mind inside her dad's. Inside her dad,
You're being a dad, and if that happened to your daughter, you'd be pissed.
Like, okay. But at the time, I didn't think about that. I just thought, oh, okay, she moved. That's it. Because of this. That's it. But there was a lot to that. Like, what if that girl, they lived down the street, and it was convenient for her dad to just drop her off right down the street at the school?
Yeah, maybe.
But it's just like, come on. Remember, like, think about it. You know how our school is 5 minutes away right now to drop off our kids?
Yeah.
Now we got to take our kids 20 minutes away to another school now because of what happened. Wouldn't that kind of like tip you off?
Well, yeah, as a parent, it would. So let's get back to the topic at hand.
Why do we always go off topic so much?
You're just so good at leading this conversation away.
Oh, man. Fail. So let's just say a girl magically becomes a man with the same mindset she has as a girl. She will be
be freaking amazing. Oh, that would, or she would be freaking amazing.
That's what you. She would think that it's gonna be easier, but if she starts speaking her thoughts, her emotions, she's gonna get run over, dude. You just can't come in having. How should I say? You can't be a guy with the girl emotions because you will be judged.
Or labeled.
And other guys would be like, why are you talking like that? Unless you have that cool friend that's like cool to talk with like that.
Well, that's what I was saying earlier. Like, if guys were to become more like that, they appear feminine and soft. That's the stereotype.
That's how they would be looked at.
Yeah, that's the stereotype men get about showing emotions and expressing themselves in any other way that isn't what you said. Don't worry about it. Nah, everything's good. I can't stand her. Go ahead, let her go.
Yeah, she wants to leave. I don't care. I'll find another girl.
What's I mean? It's a facade. It's a bravado. That's what you're calling the mask of masculinity, right?
Yeah, it's a. I'm not saying don't take. I'm not saying. What I'm trying to say is, take the damn mask off. Be yourself, you know?
Well, yeah.
But a lot of people don't have that one friend to talk to like that. A lot of guys. But like I said, it was just an article that I read that it can also, that's what it links to bullying. Bullying? Did I say that? Bullying.
There you go.
And all those emotions build up and you just end up doing something stupid. Okay, I'm curious. Was there ever a girl bully at school? I've never seen a girl bully before.
Yes, girl bullies do exist, and they are ferocious and relentless.
Are they like physically ferocious or?
Did you say physically what?
My bad. That didn't make no sense. But
I know what you meant. I had to draw attention back to it.
Anyways, but I'm just saying, are they physical or they use words only?
It's both. Like I've seen girls get loud. They'll get in your face.
Dude, I seen girls get in your face and they start doing that clap. Like, I don't give a F.
No, it's not even like that. Some of them do, but no. Girl bullies, I think, are a different level. Guys are just more like, are we going to do this or what? And girls don't do that.
So, I think they use words a lot.
They use verbal. It's a lot of like.
They manipulate others they turn everybody else against you. I can see that happening. Because I have seen that. Wow, that's interesting.
Well, guys do it too. They'll start talking with like, oh, so and so, don't they? I just assume.
Yeah, it goes both ways.
Because guys are freaking for real gossipers.
Yeah, they are.
I know. That's just a feat. Most people think that, oh, it's a chick thing. Oh, it's such a chick, and I'm like, nah. Guys do it too. They totally talk shit like all the time. They totally gossip. They act like drama queens. All that.
Yeah, I'll tell you that for sure.
It is not just a girl thing. It is just a person thing.
So that's like double standards? Will you consider that double standards?
Yeah, I would, because that's something that, you know, it's a double standard in the sense that, oh, girls are supposed to be this way or a guy's supposed to, you know?
Okay, well, I'm confused. So the whole point of the feminist thing is to keep everything equal, right?
It's not
everything. Obviously, there's some things guys have to do because girls can't do it.
They're fighting for equality. Basically, like, girls can do things that guys can do. And the only reason that girls don't is because guys say that. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. People have been brainwashed so much that you just fall into a line, you know? Okay,
picture this. Say we see the neighbor, right? We see the woman cutting the grass and the husband sitting on the
he would be perceived as lazy. But like, why does he have his wife doing that?
You see? There you go. Is that double standards?
Yeah, because why is he sitting there watching her? It makes him seem like women don't sit out there and watch men cut grass.
Yeah, they do. My mom used to do that. Shit, no. My mom would get her chair, just chill outside.
I got better time to do than watch people cut grass.
Oh, well, my mom's really old school, dude. Old school Mexican. And she'll just sit out there and just chill, dude. Tell my bossy my dad on. You missed the spot over there.
I hate to say this, but she was probably out there watching somebody cut the grass, not watching the grass get cut. You know what I mean?
Okay, that's the whole point I was saying.
No, right, I don't think you know what I mean then. She's looking at the gardener.
No, we
Why
didn't.
Why are you also going to sit out there?
That was my dad. My dad is the gardener. You just confused.
Your parents are freaky. She's out there watching your dad. Look at that. Look at
you have a whole different mindset on this.
Well, because I guess because I'm really like, why
my
else?
My mom was just out there cleaning, doing her part.
What I'm saying is, I think it's why else would you be sitting out there watching somebody cut grass unless you're watching the guy cutting the grass, because usually it's a man cutting grass. Mm-hmm. I'm checking him out. I'm watching him. It's like watching the pool guy clean the pool.
That's different because you don't know the pool guy.
I don't. Well, the only reason we know that your mom knows him is because your dad. But in other senses, we're talking about a general thing. You're talking about your specific example, and I'm talking about our topic that we're talking about. It was just somebody.
We're talking about double standards. Yeah, we're talking about double standards. Like, how would it look if the woman was okay? I
know you lost. Again. Let's just go back to the topic because you lost again.
No, because let me just freaking tell you the question again. How would it look if it was a girl outside?
I know, and I answered
the woman,
and I got it.
And it looks bad, right?
Yeah.
Would you like to cut the grass?
No.
Why?
Because that shit's hot, and I don't want to be out there.
She wants to say that's the man's job.
I'm like, it is. Well, if I'm cleaning all the inside, what do? You think I'm supposed to do inside and out?
Oh my God. We're not talking about inside of the house. We're talking about the yard.
I know.
How it looks. And then you're starting to add stuff to the... Just say it. It's the man's job.
Taking it personal.
Hey, just say it. It's the man's job.
I know I will not. But it is the man's job.
I seen girls cut grass.
I mean, There's know how to cut grass.
I seen women here cut their own grass. I'm like, damn.
Those must be the single moms.
Think so? Man, we so quick to label. Look at you.
I guess, huh?
Wow.
All right, I'll take it back. My bad.
Wow.
But I know for me, no. I don't want to cut the grass. Do I know how? Yes, because my dad taught me, so that way I would always know how to cut my grass. Okay. Should I cut it?
And don't feel like I'm anti-feminist here.
No, I know.
Is that the right word to use? Anti?
Yeah, anti.
Okay. I'm not, because I'm so for it, dude.
I'm like, yes.
I am.
Love to hear that.
I remember I wasn't educated enough. Damn, there's so much I know now that I'm like, okay, I agree with that. But before, I was anti-feminist, like, because I was raised in an old school household. And it was like the man's job to do this, do that.
And it's a woman's job to do, which would be inside work.
Yeah. And then I found out.
And mothering, and be a mom.
Yeah. And then later on, I found out, hey, it's easier if we both do it. I like this.
I'm like, yes, I like it too.
No, I mean, you do my work, like cut the grass or something.
That's not helping out. You're going to help me out by checking out. You're like, oh, you missed the spot. Thanks, boo-boo.
I'm saying all that while I'm drinking my drink, my mixed drink with a little umbrella and a straw sticking out while I'm wearing a cute little hat.
I was just gonna say, don't forget your hat, your sun hat.
My God, I don't know. There's just so many double standards. I just feel like it's never gonna be normal. What do you think? Do you think
maybe
it's ever
not
gonna be
normal? It's more you're talking about not really equal, but those double standards won't go away. Like I don't think the standard of women having multiple partners is ever gonna go away compared to a man. For a man, there's like, oh, you're a pimp, you're a player, high five, and for a woman, if you're slut shamed.
Okay, well that goes again back to.
But I'm saying that those are one of the standards that will never really go away. I don't think.
Okay, if you guys look into YouTube, The Mask of Masculinity, it's a book about it. There's an audio version. Read it, because what I'm about to say makes sense. If you don't know what the Mask of Masculinity is, you got to go on YouTube and look it up. So you know how you said double standards on the, what's that thing you talking about? Where the guy has more girls.
And if the player? Girls,
yeah,
like
the
if
player.
You're a player. Mm-hmm.
Okay. For a guy, in a guy's point of view, if you only been with one girl your whole life, you looked at as weak. Like, wow, it's like saying you haven't lost your virginity? Or
I'm sorry, I guess because that whole thing is stupid as hell.
I know,
unless you've had multiple partners, like all of these partners, whatever, then being a player means you're having all these people at the same time. Right?
Yeah.
How does that make you a man?
Because check this out. Andrew, okay, for example. Damn, Andrew, you slept with how many girls already? Oh, crazy.
Guys think that's so cool, but for me, because trust me, I know plenty of guys.
That's exactly the circle, the guy circle.
There are plenty of guys I know, all these girls, and I never got with any of those guys because I was not gonna be a notch on their belt. I'm like, you're a player, cool. You go play around with all those other girls. Me, I'm going to do me. I'm going to stay right here. Because I was like, nah, that is nothing cool about that. I guess that's why I think that's so dumb that guys think that and like give you props, because there's nothing cool about that. You're just a dirty bastard.
Yeah, to the girls' eyes. But I'm telling you, like,
I know.
Around your buddies, you got to be this tough guy. Like, if you screw a lot of girls, you're considered like cool, dude. Like, wow. In the guy's point of view,
game, right?
Like, damn, bro, you're badass, man. But another guy who hasn't had that is like,
they want that.
They want that. Like, man, I want to be looked at like that guy right there.
So what it is, it's like a recognition thing that guys give
other guys. It's a masculine thing.
But it's about recognition, right?
Yeah.
It's acknowledging, hey, you're cool. Look at all these chicks that you got. You can talk to anybody, and that's right. Also,
like the virginity thing. In high school, it was like a freaking race. Who can lose their virginity the first? There was a thing. In high
school, it really is. Because there was a thing
where, like, I gotta lose my virginity before the junior year.
Like,
it was a thing, dude.
I'm like, why?
And this is something you don't talk to.
You know what? I
girls.
guess that's true, because like when I got into college, and there were some guys who were still virgins, and we would always look at them and be like, you're still a virgin?
Exactly. You see, that makes the guy feel.
But that was less
of a man.
But I know what you mean, because I've had those thoughts too. It was a long time ago, but yeah.
It's a mask we're using where we just flexing all over the place.
I mean, not that you guys complaining, right? Because
do you girls do that? Do girls like, I gotta lose my virginity before senior year?
Some, yeah. There are girls who are freaking. They're just like that. They're just like guys, or how what would be considered like, oh, you're such a guy.
Really?
There are plenty of girls. They want it. They want the D. They're DTF. You give them the golden ticket, and they're like, yes.
Wow.
Or there are girls who actively seek that out, and do you, boo-boo? Do you? Even though people judge that harshly. Like, so if a girl were to do that. Like, if a girl, as a friend, like if my friend were the hoe.
Yeah. What would you tell them?
I would probably tell them all the time, girl, you's a hoe. And they'll be like laughing. Yeah, I am. Ha, ha, ha.
No way. They say that?
Yeah.
You're lying.
Well, yeah. I mean, don't guys recognize that?
We don't call each other hoes. It's like, damn, you're a player, man. Handshake here, chest bump over there.
But see,
pick me up.
But coming from, like, let's say if it was my friend, right? She knows that I'm not meaning that in a derogatory way, even though that's the word that I'm saying, It's more like a joke. Something like that. I'm not actually for real calling her a hoe, even though I know she may have hoish ways. But I'm her wingman, whatever.
Damn, like that? But does that girl know?
But if another girl would have called my friend a hoe, it would have been different.
It depends on the tone of voice you say. You effing hoe?
Well, yeah, it for sure depends on tone and depends, how cool you guys are. Depends who's saying that. It's the same thing as the girls about calling each other bitches or whatever.
We gotta put a beep on that.
Yeah.
Hold on. What about double standards on women being the priority take?
The breadwinner?
Yeah. Tongue twister.
I don't think... I'm like, what's wrong with that?
There's guys that are against it.
I mean, like...
It makes another guy feel less of a man.
I mean, are you... Okay. Just to get a little bit more details to that general statement. I mean, is the male working? Is this example under the assumption that even though the female is the breadwinner, is the male still working?
Yes.
So,
but he would...
But it's still a thing. It doesn't matter if you both are working. It's just the fact that she's making more.
Yeah.
Some men are like that. Some. And then there's other men who aren't, because I read all like the whispers and articles and things like that. They fall through my Facebook, as they all do.
It's even worse when the guy doesn't work, but the woman's bringing in all the bread. Because then...
What if he's a stay-at-home dad?
Okay, that's fine. But when you go to your friends or family gatherings and everybody finds out, why is she working? Well, you should be the one working. Doesn't that look bad? Think about it.
I am thinking, that's why I haven't answered yet. Because I want to say, yes, it looks bad. But then I take a step back and I think about it. And I'm like, well, if that's the way they worked it and it's working for them, and then who cares?
I'm just saying the guy's going to hear it from his family, from his friends. Like, oh,
I know. It's
Mike,
just
why is your wife working, dude? You're the man, bro. You should be working. She should be a stay-at-home mom.
I know her own family might even be telling her the same thing. Why are you with him? Let's say if he's not working, he doesn't even work or taking care of everything. But no one would question it if it was the other way around. They would like say it was the man doing that and the woman was staying home. The man would be like, yeah, you're taking care of business. You're getting props. You're taking care of your
handshake,
girl.
chest bumps you'll get. I know what it's like.
But why is it such a shame? And would it be bad if
it's a masculine thing? It's a masculine thing. I'm telling you, man.
Well,
guys, go on YouTube.
That's a double standard.
You know what? Pause this damn podcast. Go on YouTube. Type in the mask of masculinity, and you'll see what I'm talking about.
But that's something as a society too.
No, hold on. We guys, I gotta act tough around that and say our dumbass comments. But deep down, I'm like, damn, I wish I was that person. I would like to be a stay-at-home dad. But we say it, but we don't want to be it because there's consequences to that. You're gonna hear crap from people.
Well, it's not even just that. I honestly think. Well, no, I can't even say that. You know what? Because it would just be an adjustment. But I don't think that a lot of men could handle the jobs of a stay-at-home dad.
Well, because we're not used to it. We gotta get used to it. Honestly, I was a stay-at-home dad for 2 weeks. Let's just say 2 weeks. Freaking worst 2 weeks of my life. I think I have never been that stressed out in my life ever.
Than being at home?
I thought I had a breaking point where I just wanted to run out of the freaking house. I can't take this no more. I literally thought I was gonna be home playing my damn video games all day. Telling my 2-year-old son to feed himself with cereal.
Tisk.
Telling my 2-year-old to
Juvenile.
make himself. I was telling my 2-year-old to make himself some food.
You'd be like, go ahead, put that milk in there.
Put that milk. You can't put the milk in there? You gotta be kidding me.
Dang.
Woke up. As soon as I woke up, it was nonstop from there, man. I was like, so when is my breather? When do I take a break?
You're like, don't you kids take naps?
And man, so that's another double standard on the stay-at-home dad thing. I know guys that quit their jobs to be stay-at-home dads because the woman was making more than them.
And it just made financial sense then.
It made financial sense, but then that guy regretted it because she was taking over. Like, she started being the masculine one, and he felt like less of a man. He's like, fuck, I can't say shit because in his eyes, she had power over him.
I'm going to stop you real quick. I'm going to interrupt you right there. That is exactly how most women feel.
Really?
That is exactly how all of those things he was feeling is how most women feel. So I'm sitting here looking like, welcome to the club. For real. Because it's like, that's how you feel when, like, let's say, for instance, when the man is not just the breadwinner, but let's say he is the sole provider.
Okay.
That's how women feel. It's not that you feel stuck, but you just don't feel like you have any power, control, or say. And he will start telling you things or comments because of the fact that he is a sole provider. Now, if you both are working, well, even if you are making more, hey, we're both working. You can't really tell me nothing.
Well,
I'm still paying for bills. I'm still doing this. I'm still cleaning. I'm still doing this.
okay, there's some stay-at-home moms that like to just binge watch shows all day.
Oh, sure. There are plenty
A man doesn't do that at work. It's like as soon as they clock in, it's work straight 10 hours. I don't know if people work 8 hours these days. Are people still working 8 hours?
Yeah.
They are? Damn,
yes.
Dude.
They probably want to now.
I would love to work 8 hours, man. Damn, I don't think I worked 8 hours in how long?
But you see, people look at it as like genders. Oh, I'm making more. When people should be looking at it as we're both bringing income so that we both can live comfortably in our household. We can do what we want. We have money for this. Okay, good. You have extra. That means this money can go for bills. This money can be for that cruise we want to the Bahamas. We want to take our family somewhere. But people put such a thing like that, like we're like the mask of masculinity. I think it hinders you. It hinders your family, you know, because you're both bringing in money. Who cares who's bringing in more? Because you're both still enjoying it.
Well, a lot of people think different. Like,
but people should think. But people, let's say if you're married, okay, or even if you're living together, because you're a partnership now, you're living together. That should go away because all money is shared and it's for the household, right?
Okay.
So then that's why there shouldn't be no, well, I do this, so I do, you know, blah, blah. Because it's all going to the same place. To the both of you.
I know, but what I'm saying is a masculine thing for the guy. The guy needs to do the work.
He needs to feel, right? He needs to feel like he's contributing. He needs to feel in power. He needs to feel like,
okay, this is my household. I'm controlling this, baby. And I have all the power here. Well, my wife can be at home and take care of all that. A guy needs to feel that. Shit, I felt that. It feels freaking good, dude. And then when you tell that to people, like, hey, I'm holding down, like, I'm the only one working. I'm bringing
the bacon.
I'm bringing in bacon, dude.
Sizzle, sizzle, pop, pop.
What the heck? Okay.
That's bacon.
Really?
I can't do that.
From experience, let me tell you guys, when you tell another person that you have a house, you have this, you got that, no, your wife doesn't work, dude, you get high fives, man.
Really? I mean, I don't know. I don't see you getting high fives, so that's why I'm
like, because really? Your family members are like, damn, Bernie, thank you. Good job, man. You're doing good, dude. And if to a man, it feels good. Not gonna lie, it felt good when the people were telling me that. Like, wow. Hey, I gotta hand it to you, man. I don't know how you do it. But a man freaking overworking himself, it gets to him, you know?
Well, yeah, I would get to anybody who is just working themselves, not to death, but just like working themselves down to the bone, you know?
Yeah. And then another thing, when there's no money coming in, this is double standards here too. When there's no money coming in, who does everybody look at in the family? the man, right? So there's a lot of pressure to be a man also. Like, okay, words like we need more money. Like, go and do overtime. Go do something.
I see. So then it becomes the burden. You're saying it's all the burden gets placed on a man because no one's like, well, what are you doing? It's like, oh, what is your husband doing for you guys? Is that like, how you feel? Or is it? Did I take it different direction?
I used to
I just didn't know.
My old mentality used to. My new mentality doesn't.
So now it's like, you know what? You're willing to say that I don't want the full burden.
Yeah, I don't want the full burden. And then I'm like, I'm proud to say my girl has a job, dude. I'm like, heck yeah, my girl's working.
Oh, here, try not to be like you.
And then, what else? Yeah, so it just creates a lot of pressure. You see, a man takes a lot of pressure. He has to provide. Freaking.
Does it almost seem like you guys did it to yourselves? Like you guys put the pressure on yourselves?
I don't think it was pressure before, because things just got more expensive. There wasn't cable back then. There wasn't freaking cell phone bills. There wasn't, what should I say? What else? Well, there was no Xbox Live. There was no Netflix before. Accounts. But then people hearing this, well, you chose to have those things. I'm like, okay.
Well, meaning
you're not gonna say.
I meant by putting the burden on yourselves. I meant it by because of the mask of masculinity. You guys put that on yourselves. Like society puts that on men because kind of like society kind of determines what the functions of a man and a woman does, right? Culture, right?
Well, yeah, like the man is supposed to go kill the animal and bring back the food.
So go back to like, let's say your old school way of growing up, right?
Okay.
Where a man did this and a woman did that. So it's like society and culture puts it on people and then people carry it instead of changing it and stopping it. What do you think?
I think it's just always been a thing from day one. The man's supposed to go bring back food because the man is stronger physically.
I guess. Because I don't think I could carry a 200-pound deer.
The woman would stay back. Yeah, the woman would stay back, take care of the kids. I'll be back. I'm gonna go bring back a freaking deer.
Hey, if I squat, I can carry it. Okay.
Oh man. Okay, I don't think they. They cared about squatting or having a big butt like if they back had core
strength.
Yeah. But I just think it grew over time. You know, guy's supposed to do this. Guy's supposed to do that. Guy's supposed to do this.
Oh, it became kind of like a survival like thing.
Yeah, like it's easier if the guy does this and the woman does that. But imagine what if everything was backwards?
Okay, no, imagine this. Imagine if both men and women were trained or taught each other to do the hunting and the gathering and cooking or things like that, cleaning. If they both did that, it would be just way more efficient, right? It would be easier because then the work is shared. The workload is shared, correct?
Well, yeah, it's like that nowadays. Like I get up, I want to do the dishes.
No. My point was if it had been like that from the beginning, wouldn't things be a lot better?
Ooh, imagine where would we be?
That's what I'm saying. Like imagine that we didn't have the constructs of what a man and a woman is supposed to do or the roles that they're supposed to play, and it was more equal and shared. So then it just things would be easier.
Yeah, it's funny that I don't know why I'm thinking of this. There's this picture on the internet that it's some girl twerking, and then on the bottom caption someone commented, "Get back in the kitchen, please." Like that's where you belong.
Well, see, those are the kind of things that those double standards, like in the workplace. That's why men tell women directly, "Oh, it must be. Is it that time of the month?" Right? Or they like exactly what you just said. "Oh, get back in the kitchen." Or you don't belong here, and so women have to be a certain steel. You know, we have to be steely because you get those responses. You get treated that way. You don't get taken seriously. Compared, if we both did something together in a workplace, you're more likely to get taken seriously than I am because you're a male.
Ah, man, I don't think so.
That's because you're a male.
I would take a girl more seriously Man,
but
I just feel like I can count on the girl to do the job.
That's what you though, but realistically, in the office world, in the office setting, like that's how it is. But maybe because people are more open-minded and more aware now, and a lot of those people I feel who had those mentalities were previous generations, because generations now are much more open and much more not free-minded, but just open-minded, I guess. That's why I keep saying open, because we got much more awareness. People have more empathy in a sense, because the world's, I don't know about the world right now, but you know what I mean?
You know what interests me? The human mind. Psychology.
Well, apply it to the double standards.
I know. It's just like I've been reading a lot, and I'm like, damn, this is so interesting. The way humans think. Like, it's so interesting why men do this, why women do this, why men and women react different ways, and how everything became to this double standard thing. I'm like, crazy.
Yeah, but a lot of that has to do, the way you think is a lot of has to do with how you grow up and about the values and beliefs that you grew up with. It's like how people grow up saying boys blue and girls pink.
Well, it wouldn't look right if guys were pink.
But back in the day, boys did wear pink.
Well, because it looked good on them.
But that's what I'm saying, though. The times have changed where it's become now.
I remember one time I bought a pink shirt thinking it was going to look good on me. Nope.
It's not pink. It's salmon.
Salmon. Is that a color?
Yeah. That's why they say that. That's why, like, it's not pink. It's salmon.
All right. Well, that's it for today, guys. Thank you for listening to this episode. You can subscribe because we release 2 episodes a week. And you can find us on Instagram. Just type in Bernie and Marley Podcast. I am very, very active on Instagram. I will reply. And we actually had one of our listeners reach out to me, and I'm going to interview him for the podcast. That's pretty good. So yeah, guys, hit me up and give you a spot on the podcast. Give you a chance to be on the podcast. All you gotta do is hit me up. Don't forget to subscribe on iTunes or Spotify and leave a comment. Let us know what you think.